The trick to rolling out perfect phyllo dough for baklava. The delicate art of phyllo dough. Phyllo dough is the foundation of a crisp and flaky baklava, but achieving the perfect thin, even layers requires skill and patience. Unlike regular pastry dough, phyllo is extremely delicate and must be rolled out carefully to prevent tearing. The key is to work with a well-rested, elastic dough and use the right rolling technique. Ingredients for homemade phyllo dough. Traditional phyllo dough is made with simple ingredients: flour, water, olive oil, vinegar, and a pinch of salt. The vinegar helps relax the gluten, making the dough more pliable, while the oil ensures tenderness. Kneading the dough thoroughly is crucial for achieving an elastic texture that won't break when rolled thin. Resting the dough for flexibility. After kneading, the dough must rest for at least 1 hour. This allows the gluten to relax, making it easier to stretch without springing back. Some recipes suggest letting the dough sit overnight for even better results. Covering it with a damp cloth prevents it from drying out and cracking. Using the right rolling technique. Rolling phyllo dough requires a long, thin rolling pin known as an okrak, or belen, commonly used in Greek and Turkish kitchens. Instead of pressing down hard, the dough is gently rolled and stretched outward in all directions. Rolling from the center outward helps maintain an even thickness. Dusting with flour to prevent sticking. Since phyllo dough is incredibly thin, it can easily stick to the rolling surface. Lightly dusting the countertop and rolling pin with flour prevents sticking without making the dough too dry. A fine dusting ensures the layers remain delicate and easy to handle. Achieving paper-thin layers. The goal of rolling out phyllo is to make it almost transparent without tearing. If the dough becomes too elastic, letting it rest again before rolling further can help. Some cooks lift and rotate the dough frequently to prevent uneven thickness. Preventing tears and breaks. Tears in phyllo dough can happen, but they don't ruin the baklava. Layering multiple sheets compensates for minor imperfections. If a sheet breaks while transferring, it can be gently patched together with melted butter before baking. Storing and handling phyllo properly. If making phyllo in advance, keeping it covered with a damp towel prevents it from drying out. When using store-bought phyllo, allowing it to come to room temperature before unrolling prevents cracking. Sheets should be handled gently and brushed with butter to create flaky layers. Layering phyllo for the perfect baklava. Baklava requires multiple layers of phyllo, with butter brushed between each sheet. Thin, well-rolled dough ensures a crisp, golden texture after baking. Layering evenly and cutting the baklava before baking helps maintain neat, defined pieces. Mastering phyllo for flawless baklava. Perfecting phyllo dough takes practice, but mastering the technique leads to beautifully crisp, golden baklava. Whether making it from scratch or handling store-bought sheets carefully, the key is patience and gentle rolling for delicate, paper-thin layers.